Please join me to invoke our teacher 3 times. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Today I want to talk to you about the practice of Buddhism. Like last time I told you about, we normal people, we practice the progressive way. Okay? Many people, they are gifted, so they have a sudden alignment. But we normal people, with normal intelligence, we just practice the progressive way. We progress steadily, day by day. We practice it, and we progress, and at the end, we will get that alignment. Okay, like you know that if you look at the lunar or the solar calendar, you think 100 years is very long. You said, I never get alignment. But you look at the cosmic calendar, the history of the earth, it's a few million years. It's only few first day of the month of January, the cosmic calendar. So, talking about that way, you and me, we set up our path. We won't get there. We will get the alignment. Maybe 1 or 2 days, that means 1 or 2 million years or something. Or maybe 1 week. That's the cosmic calendar. So we can get there. And in Buddhism, we are pretty opportunistic. We're not pessimistic. We think about the beauty of the world, the beauty of life. So we can get there. So the practice I want to talk to you today about the dual practice, the meditation and the Pure Land. In our lineage, the Tiandai lineage, the patriarchs we bound the back is the Chi patriarchs. We practice like Dharma, learning, meditation, and Pure Land. Okay, and in the practice, Buddha just advised us we have the 3 things we need to do. First thing, the belief, that the intelligent belief. You don't have a blind belief, like you have to accept it. Or Buddha make you have to have coercion, you know. You have to believe in something to get saved. You don't believe you go to hell. No, it's not in Buddhism that way. It's a intelligent belief. You have a normal intelligence. You believe in something, you understand it. And it's a common sense. It's a very intelligent way. And the second thing is the motivation, the desire, the wish, you want to do it. And lastly, the practice. You have to practice it. So, the belief, intelligent belief, the motivation or the devotion or the wish, the desire to do it. Lastly, the practice. And the Pure Land or the Amitabha way, Amitabha Buddha, that's the methodology. Some people think that's like you have to do that way. It's the Buddha teaches gradual way. So we go to the Pure Land. The Pure Land or Amitabha is not the paradise like people think. It's a school. Amitabha is a school. So we go there, you study, you advance it. In the Pure Land, they have a 9th grade. First 3 grade is like elementary. And the 3 middle grade is like a high school. And the 3 last grade is like a college. You graduated. So you have a nice step, nice grade, you practice it. So it's very gradual. You go step by step and you advance it. So really, it's not really like people think, oh, you Pure Land, like go to a paradise. No. They describe in the Amitabha Sutra, the country of Amitabha is very pretty because it's a wonderful country. It's like in your mind. If you're a happy person, if you are a good person, you live in paradise. Right now, the paradise. Okay, so it's very pretty. You see it. So in the sutra, you study. You said the description of the country is so pretty. Everything pretty. They have flowers. They have birds. Everything pretty. Everything like that. That's the country you live in your mind. Okay. So the practice that, so the Pure Land. That's the country of Amitabha. So it's your mind, and it's so pretty. And how we practice it? There are different ways to practice the dual school. The first thing, some people, they do the meditation first, like Master Quang he taught the meditation, and then they do the Pure Land. So one first, the next time the Pure Land. Or some people, they do that. They do the Pure Land first, and they do the meditation second. And lastly, they do it, the dual one, meditation and Amitabha Sutra at the same time. So that's a dual practice. A little bit more difficult, but we can do it. And it's a good way to do it. And when you practice it, you have to believe it, so you enjoy it. For example, if you are a musician, you play an instrument. If you don't practice, you don't enjoy the music. Some people, they study only the theory. I love music, but I study only the theory. You study the theory. You understand part of music, but you never enjoy it. You never get deep in there. You never enjoy really, truly the music unless you practice it. So you study the theory, you practice it, you enjoy it. Even an artist, the artist, he or she enjoy what she or he is doing. So they enjoy the art. Even the sportman, she or he enjoy the sport, they do it. So they play it. And they get the record. And next time, they want to beat the record, their own record. So they advance, improve themselves. The true sportsman, they never said, I beat the record of somebody. Not like Mr. X, he make a report, I surpass him. No, he said, my own record. I will better myself. I get better my own record. That's why they do it. So the practice of Buddhism that if you really enjoy it, you feel very happy. Happy, you practice it. And how you practice the dual way, the dual practice of meditation and Pure Land together. You can do it. It's a little bit difficult. You practice it and it takes time for you. Or if not, you just do like a normal way. You do meditation first and you practice the sutra. Or the other people, you chant the sutra first and then you do meditation second. But if you do the dual way, meditation and Pure Land practice at the same time. So how you do it? The way you do it is when you chant it, you concentrate your mind. You concentrate, the concentration help you to practice same time the meditation and the Pure Land. And the second time, you counting the breath. When you do the chanting, you count the breath, you concentrate it. Okay? Like, for example, you call it Namo Amitabha Buddha. Nam, you breathe out. And you inhale, you don't count. More, you breathe out, more. And you inhale, you don't count. You exhale. And you inhale, you don't count. And me, you breathe out, you exhale, and you inhale, you don't count. So we do that. In the same time, you chant the sutra, but you practice the meditation. You count it. Like many times, Master Quang and me, we help the student. We do the working meditation. We chant it. We chant Namo Amitabha. We work it. So we concentrate our step in our chanting too. And we tell the student to follow us. When you say Nam, you exhale. And then inhale, you don't count. Me, you exhale. And inhale, you don't count. We just do that. So that's the count. The third one is the visualization. You visualize a Buddha, Amitabha Buddha. When you do something you really like it, you visualize it. Like you see Amitabha Buddha in your mind. You see it. Okay? Visualization. Okay? It's real. It's not something fancy. For example, when you love somebody, you love your mother, your father, even you're far away from home, you can see your father, your mother, or even your spouse. There's a story like one man, he's in the front, okay? He get hurt, and his wife at home, she know it. And the people from the army come back, announce it. Oh, your husband get hurt, he get wounded. He said, I know already. I said, how you know? I visualize it. I see him. He get hurt. I see him bleeding. Or some is a story. I see some twin, two twin. One guy go out to play. He hit his head on the tree. The bird at home, he hit his head. He hurt his head. I said, you go ahead. You bump your head. I said, how you know? Because I hurt my head too. You bump your head, but at home I have a headache too. So that's the way that they feel it. And another one, the fourth one is the search. When you do the chanting, you search of something, you chanting, but you searching about the sutra. You understand that, and you're searching that. So in the same time, you're chanting, you're searching about Amitabha Buddha, about the sense of the sutra. The last one is hearing your own voice. Okay? When you chant it, the people they chant, they really concentrate. They hear nothing else but he or her own voice. You chant it, and you concentrate it. You hear nothing else. You don't pay attention, nothing except your own voice. You hear your voice. So that's the way you practice it. It's a wonderful way. And people thought, okay, oh, I do the chanting. Yes, you do the chanting, and you do the meditation at the same time. Because you concentrate, you hear your own voice. You don't hear nothing else except your voice. So you experience it. That's the way, you experience how we practice it. You practice sincerity. You practice because the way you want to practice. Nobody forced you to practice. You practice because you want to do it. You love it and you experience it. That's the way you do the real practice. And it's a wonderful thing. You'll see it, okay? I just explain superficially, but you experience yourself. After you hear me talking, you go home, you experience, you chant it. If you are at home, you have altar and you practice it. You practice daily. You don't have practice long hour, maybe 15 minutes, half an hour a day. You will experience it. And you will love it. And you progress it. And the practice, you need to progress it. You need to advance it. If you practice sincerely, you will advance it. And you will enjoy it more. Like I said, like the musician, he or she plays the instrument. He or she enjoys the instrument, enjoys the music more. She didn't enjoy the music of somebody else. They enjoy her or his music they play by the instrument. And the artist is the same thing. When they paint a picture, he or she enjoys that painting. And they appreciate their own effort they're doing. Okay? So the practice of Buddhism the same way. Practice the way you want it, the way you really, because you ask yourself, why I want to do Buddhism? Because I love it. Because it makes sense to me. It makes me happy. Really, you practice Buddhism, make you happy. Make sense to you. It's a wonderful religion. Buddha didn't force me to do anything. He just opened the door for me. I go inside. It's me. He didn't push me in. He didn't force me to go in. He opened the door for me. I come in myself. I enjoy that going in. Okay? Nobody forced me. He didn't promise me nothing. He didn't promise me, oh, you in there, you gave this, we want, you don't go there, you'll be finished. He didn't say anything. He said, I open the door for you, and you come in at your own will, and you want to do it. So it's a wonderful thing. Think about Buddhism that way. I see many people, they're really doing good in Buddhism. I see some people, they buy the altar and they buy the bracelet, the beads on they wear. That means it shows that he or she really understand. He or she really enjoy the practice of Buddhism. So they do it. Nobody forced them to do it. Nobody can force anybody. And in Buddhism, nobody bless anybody. Buddha doesn't bless you. You bless yourself. Your self-transformation. Okay? Nobody can transform you. You transform yourself. That's the nice thing about Buddhism. Okay? Self-transformation. You want to do better, you do better. In Buddhism, we didn't have the bad people all the way. We said Devadatta is a very bad guy. He's the one who do a lot of bad things to Buddha. But at the end, he become a Buddha himself. Because in Buddhism, we don't believe in hell, permanent hell. The people go in hell, they serve some time. They get out, they become a better person. They make themselves better. And they can become Buddha. Even Devadatta become a Buddha, okay? Like you said, it's love, it's wonderful. Everybody have love. Even the bad guy. Hitler, he's a very bad guy. He's a killer. But he still have family. He still have a lover. Mao Zedong, he killed 72 billion. The Chinese kill his people. He still have family. He still have wife. He still have children. That means he still have love. So that guy can become a good person sometime. Later on, he can transform himself, become a good person. So this is wonderful, because inside yourself you have a Buddha nature. You have your intrinsic value. You have it. Like a gem inside yourself. You just discover. Some people, they have a gem hiding them. They then find out that they have a gem hiding under their clothes. But they have inside. So they have your Buddha nature. You have your gem in there. Your intrinsic value. You see, you discover. How we discover? You discover your true self. You have to do it yourself. People, we practice together to find the way we help ourselves. So we find our true home. We discover our true self. Nobody help us. We have to help ourselves. You understand that? You will do it. And Buddha just opened the door. Buddha just show you the way, and you have to do it. Okay? That's I said today about the practice. I hope I just give you some idea about that. You go home, you can read a little bit more about the real practice, and you'll find out and find a good way to practice, to advance it. You advance it, you benefit yourself, you benefit your loved one, you benefit the people you don't know, the neutral people, and you benefit the people they're not good to you. They're not your enemy. You don't have enemy. The people in the past, they antagonize you. They're not good to you. Okay? Directly, indirectly, they try to hurt you, but you still want to help them. With a good example, good behavior, you help them. And they transform themselves. You cannot transform them. You just show them the good example. That's all. Okay? That's my talk today about the practice, the real practice of meditation and Pearl Land. If anybody have any question, I try to answer your question. If you have no question, we transfer the merit and go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Any positive karmic action we accomplished today, we want to transfer to everybody, wish them the enlightenment. Inviting the bell. Bodhi speech
and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, listen, this wonderful sound brings me back to my true home.
Incense offering. In
gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted mindful, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripening. May we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May and realize our true home.
Opening verse. The
incense in the censer now is burning, all the Dharma realm in every place, auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling, as all Buddhas now show their perfect body. Homage to the incense cloud canopy, Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattvas.
Verses for bowing. Om
to the eternally abiding Buddhas, the supreme Dharma, hence Asially Sangha, throughout the Dharma realm and the realm of empty space, and 3 periods of time. To the fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honored future Buddha, Manjushri, great wisdom Bodhisattva, universal great conduct Bodhisattva, all Dharma guarding Deva Bodhisattva, and the glorious mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Om
to Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate Avalokiteshvara, great compassion Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva, her story, great vow Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure sea-like Bodhisattvas.
Please sit down. The word compassion mantra. Namo
compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Namo Nachayaya, Namo Harya Varo
sarvaravaye sodanadasya namoskritva imamarya valokiteshvararamdava namo narakandi hrimahavaswami sarvaharhato shobham ajiyam sarva sattva namo vastava namo vakamavitato tadyata hom avaloke lokate karati hiri mahabodhisattva sarva sarva mala mala mahi mahi hridayam koro koro karvam doro doro vijati maha vijati dara dara dirinishvaraya chala chala mama vimara muktalehi ahi shina shina arsham prashari visha vishvam prashaya holo holo mara holo holo hri sara sara siri siri soro soro bodhiya bodhiya bodhaya bodhaya Maitreya Narakindi Rishanina Mayamane Swaha Mahasiddhaya Swaha Siddhayoye Shvaraya Swaha Narakindi Swaha Maranara Swaha Sira Simha Mukaya Swaha Sarva Maha Siddhaya Swaha Chakra Siddhaya Swaha Padma Kastaya Swaha Narakindi Vagalaya Swaha Mavari Sankaraya Swaha Namo Ratna Trayaya Namo Harya Valokite Swaha Om Siddhyanto Mantra Padaya Swaha.
The Dhamma Bodhi
is bringing morning light and concentration. My heart is at peace, a half smile is born on mine. This is a new day and I vow to go through it and mindful. The sun of wisdom has risen, shining in every direction. Noble Sangha, diligently bring your mind into meditation. Namo Shakyamuni Buddhaya. Namo Shakyamuni Buddhaya. Namo Shakyamuni Buddhaya.
Proceed for opening a sutra. The unshort
Past profound and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of eons. I now see and hear it, receive and uphold. And I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.
touching the earth, the one who
bows and the one who is bowed to are both by nature empty. Therefore the communication between them is inexpressibly perfect. Our practice center is the net of reflecting all Buddhas everywhere, has my own person reflects in all. Go for refuge,
offering
light in the 10 directions, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Teaching and
living the way of awareness in the very midst of suffering and confusion. Shakyamuni Buddha, the awakened one, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Cutting through
ignorance, awakening our hearts and our minds. Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of great understanding, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Walking
mindfully, working joyfully for the sake of all beings. Samanta Bhadra,
Bodhisattva
of great action, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Responding
to suffering, serving beings in countless ways. Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of great compassion, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Seed of
awakening and loving kindness in children, sprouts in all being. Maitreya, the Buddha to be born, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Showing the
way fearlessly and compassionately, the stream of all our ancestral teachers, to whom we bow in gratitude.
The Dhamma
is deep and lovely. We now have a chance to see it and practice it. We vow to realize its true meaning.
Of the Paraparamita, the
Bodhisattva Avalokita, while moving in the deep course of Prajna Paramita, shed light on the 5 skandhas and found them equally, and after this penetration he overcame ill-being, listen, Shadiput. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form, form is not other than emptiness, emptiness is not other than. Same is true with feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are neither produce nor dish, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore in emptiness there is neither form nor feelings percept, nor mental formations, nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of mind, no realms of elements, no interdependent origins, and no extinction of no ill-being, no cause of ill-being, no end of ill-being, and no path, no understanding, no attainment. Because there is no attainment, the Bodhisattvas ground in Prajnaparamita find no obstacles for their obstacles. They overcome fear, liberating themselves forever from illusion and realizing perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future arrive at Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore, that perfect understanding is the highest mantra, the unequaled mantra, the destroyer of ill-being, the incorruptible truth, the mantra Prajnaparamita. Be proclaimed Gate Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Swaha Gate Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Swaha Gate Gate Para Samgate Bodhi Swaha.
Invoking the Bodhisattva's name, we invoke your name.
Avalokiteshvara, we aspire to learn your way of listening in order to help relieve the suffering in the world. You know how to listen in order to understand. We invoke your name in order to practice listen with all our attention and open-heartedness. We will sit and listen without any prejudice. We will sit and listen without or reacting. We will sit and listen in order to understand. We will sit and listen so attentive that we will be able to hear what the other person is saying, and also what is being left unsaid. We know that listening deeply, we already alleviate a great deal of pain and suffering in the other person.
We invoke
your name, Manjushri. We aspire to learn your way, which is to be still and to look deeply into the heart of things and into the hearts of people. We will look with all our attention, open-heartedness. We will look with unprejudiced eyes. We will look without judging or react. We will look deeply so that we will be able to see and understand the roots of suffering through the impermanent and selfless nature of all that is. We will practice practice your way of using the sword of understanding to cut through the bonds of suffering, thus freeing ourselves and other species.
We invoke
your name, Samantabhadra. We aspire to practice your vow to act with the eyes and heart of compassion, to bring joy to one person in the morning and to ease the pain of one person in the afternoon. We know that the happiness of others is our own happiness, and we aspire to practice joy on the path of service. We know that every smile, every smile can bring happiness to others. We know that if we practice wholeheartedly, we ourselves may become an inexhaustible source of peace and joy for our loved ones and for all species.
We invoke
your name, Kshitigarbha. We aspire to learn your way of being present where there is darkness, suffering, oppression, and despair, so we can bring light, hope, and liberation to those places. We are determined not to forget about or abandon those in desperate situations. We will do our best to establish contact with those who now find a way out of their suffering, those whose cries for help, justice, equality, and human rights are not being. We know that hell can be found in many places on earth. We will do our best not to contribute to creating more hells on and to help that already exists. We will practice in order to realize the qualities of perseverance and stability, so that like we can always be supportive and faithful to those in need.
We bow together, the three refugees. I take
refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love.
I take refuge in the Sangha,
community that lives in harmony and awareness.
Dwelling
in the refuge of Buddha, I clearly see the path of light and beauty in the dwelling in the refuge of Dharma. I learn to open on the path transformation, dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction.
Taking
refuge in the Buddha in myself, I aspire to help all people recognize their own awakened nature, realizing the mind of taking refuge in the Dharma in myself. I aspire to help all people fully master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberation, taking refuge in the Sangha. In myself I aspire to help all people build fourfold community, to embrace all beings and support their transformation.
Sharing the merit, practicing the soul.
Gives rise to benefits without limits. We vow to share all being. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, and numerous beings who give guidance and support along the